We love hip hop.
You know. But you were a radio, you were a DJ over at Fusion Radio?
I had my own radio show at one point, and I was an audio engineer there. That's actually where Borough Sound started.
Tell us the stories, Tell us the story.
Shoot, bro. I was going to U of T Scarborough as a student, studying philosophy. Me and my boys started rapping. I don't know how we ended up on the moniker The Borough. And then one of the guys who used to have his own radio show there, he was like an EDM DJ. He's like, you guys should start your own like radio show.
Yeah.
This is like pre-podcast, but this is when I was watching like Sway in the Morning, Hot 97 Breakfast Club. So I was like, yeah, that'd be sick,
That's
know?
The inspirations.
Yeah. So we would literally interview like Scarborough artists, a lot of like people from like Rise. And that like generation, and they would pull up to our radio show.
Yeah.
Gave them the official feel of a radio station without the pressure of like the audience because it was still online because no one was listening to that. And that's actually where I met Vegas too.
Oh, wow. Vegas.
That's where Vegas recorded my first ever rap song in the studio. Vegas was the engineer at Fusion Radio,
and they're still over there. Wow, that's amazing, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, they rebranded it now. They changed it. They upgraded it, but they are still there.
Who's they?
The powers that be at Fusion Radio. Now it's called Radio Forward.
Okay.
They're still there from when I was there. They managed to get a good deal going, get some student tuition dollars.
Can I say my radio story?
Yeah.
Okay, so before I was DJ Natural, I was Junior Selector. That was when I was under my father's thumb. I'm not sure if that's you know what I mean? But he curated that whole thing, So he's like, oh, you're not playing no new dancehall. You're learning all the old reggae stuff. And like now I really do appreciate it,
Yeah,
so back then, like the wonder with me was like, oh, this is a young you playing Studio One Foundation reggae 80s dancehall and stuff, So I was playing on reggae rhythms. Shout out Patrick Roots, 89.5 CIUT as a young youth. But before I do that, I have to do like a little audition type thing. So they're like, prepare 3 songs and then write why you chose these songs. I remember one of the songs I chose was Truths and Rights by Johnny Osborne. And that was like a song from like, I want to say the 60s or whatever. So the fact that like an 11-year-old kid,
11,
is like choosing these tracks, like people like they love that. They love it. But once I turned 18, I'm like, I can't be the kid playing the old reggae anymore. That's not gonna fly. So I completely dropped the Junior Selector. I was with King Turbo at the time, so they actually gave me the name DJ Natural. And here we are.
The rest is history. I have no radio stories, gang. So
not yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
Not yet. There you go. I got a pre-topic for you guys, though. I want to ask you guys about age gaps. Okay, and this is a perfect topic for us, I think, because I'm going to be 51, or I'll be 51 while people are watching this right now.
I was about to say Friday's trying to make sure he's cool.
And you guys are 30, going on 31.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Talk to me.
Okay, because you're talking about, we need to talk about age gaps. So to bring it up our age, where's this going?
No. Chill.
Hey, yo, chill.
Scottie Pippen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 60 years old. And I'm going to show pull up this picture over here, courtesy of X and Rap House TV. He's 60. If you could put, thank you, Jake. 60 years old, and he has a 23-year-old girlfriend. Watch the gal. Do you guys have a problem with this?
No.
What's that? Def Jam Russell. What's his daughter's name again?
I know
Angela Simmons.
Angela Simmons. Yeah.
The other one. But she went viral because she was like, I think 20 years old, and she was with some like 70-year-old decrepit white Jewish man. And she's like, but I love him. I just feel like, I don't know. It's weird, bro. It's weird to me.
Yeah, and she learned that from her mama because Kamora Lee Simmons, who married Russell Simmons, was like in her 20s when he was like in his late 40s.
Ayoka Lee Simmons, yep, that's her.
Yeah. So she got it from her mama. Right? So, and her mama got baby fat out of that, bro. That was the inventor of baby fat.
Yo, I'm watching Mad Men right now, pause. And every like 60-year-old man in that show has like a 30-year-old, a 25-year-old. There's a storyline where like the same thing, the 70-year-old, he runs the whole firm.
Yeah.
But he left his wife for the 23-year-old, so his family is cheese. You know what I mean? I just feel like this is how it goes when you're of a certain caliber and like you can do this. Like
The operative word is, or words were certain caliber. Because Johnny, who just works at the gas station, who's like in his late 50s, if he pulls up with a 21-year-old, everybody in the neighborhood's gonna be like, that man's a creep.
I don't know. When you go to those like more those hick town type things, you know what I mean? Like there'll be like the 40-year-old drunk guy who like gives cigarettes and stuff to like the teens, you know what I mean? And he ends up bagging one of them.
Well, that's pedophilia. I don't even have any other word for it.
Like, no, she becomes 18 or whatever, you know what I mean? And then like,
well, that's G-rooming. I'm talking about the legal. She's in her 20s, or we won't even go 19 to say, okay, she's just legal now. Like a girl who's, let's say, 22 to, let's say, 25. Once, like for me, I can't go run up on a 22-year-old anymore, bro. Even as Friday Ricky Dread, people are going to be like, yo, that's kind of creepy.
Who was that shorty Drake was just with on Bend the Downstream?
I don't know. She was up all over the Reddit, fam.
That's the shorty that Drake was talking about in Little Birdie, right?
I don't remember, but yeah. Actually, you're right. Yo, fam, she's a Reddit all-star. Torontoology Reddit all-star.
But I think she's like 25 or 26.
But he catches flack for this, bro. We're not talking about somebody.
Lotto's sister.
He caught flack for that too. Like older men, and people will mention, they'll probably already said in the chat, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's not like, okay, men big him up or some people big him up, but a lot of people look at it as creepy, especially with when they turn 25, he dumps them.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah. I think he just had a kid not too long ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like the people that criticize the age gap relationships like that have the expectation that you have to be with someone around your age. But I feel like the people who get it don't really bat an eye. Like if you're in a room full of billionaires and one of them pulls up with like a little 22, 23-year-old, like everyone knows Wagwan. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a consensual relationship. Obviously the fact that you're rich and old is helping you, and the fact that she's young and beautiful is helping her. So it's almost like a mutual usage.
So it could never happen unless the man has money.
I think it can happen in other circumstances, but it mostly happens when the guy has money. But to a young girl in her early 20s, a 60-year-old is probably going to have way more money more times.
Yeah, because like I doubt it will be out of attraction. And I'm talking, this is why I mentioned the ages. I'm talking as a 51-year-old man. If a 22-year-old girl starts saying, yo, Friday, I find you all, you're cute, you're just saying it because you watch the pod. It's not because you actually think I'm cute.
I was about to say, you're bagging that though.
You're bagging that offer.
If I wasn't in a situation, yes, I'll bag it. Cool. But am I gonna like date her and me and her are all going out of town? You are,
because then now you could just bag it every night.
I could bag her every night without freaking having to be like running around and doing red carpets with her.
Nah, you know some of these old mans, they be getting in their feelings and stuff. Like, Samantha, I don't want you to be going to them nightclubs and being around them boys. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So you stay at the crib. I'm gonna have you at the crib. You know what I mean? And
help me with the live streams.
Yeah, but like, fam, it's just the optics, right? People are gonna look and be like, "Yo, you're 51. She's 21. What's wrong with you? Find a girl your own age." And this is always gonna be in the comments. Friday's a creep. Friday's a creep.
Yeah, you will face that, but I think certain people will respect it.
Of course. Enough mans will be like, yo, man, bag the freaking 20-something-year-old. Your titties are standing up. But in all actuality, fam, I will catch flack for that shit.
Okay, so like, what's the where's Mandem's breakoff point?
That's what I wanted to know, because you guys are 30 now. Obviously, we're not going under the 18 line, obviously, okay? Audience, because I know there's people in the audience who are just ready to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So I already got you guys ahead of you guys, okay? But anything over 18, where does the stop? At 31 now. Let's say you're already 31.
I'm going to go from 20 to 38.
Okay. No, well, not 38 because you're going the other way too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's probably the oldest I would date. But even I probably actually maybe like 35.
Really? So anything
Can
over
I-
35 is an old bag to you or
Well, like,
something?
I want to have kids, so I be thinking about that.
Okay.
What about like just something casual though?
Oh, like 20 to like 45.
So the 20 the 20 stays is no
The 20
19.
Yeah, I just don't like how it sounds. You know, like I don't know, 19 and 31 is like insane. I don't know.
Hold on. Because you said the dating, you're stopping at 35. So you're dating the 20-year-old too?
I would seriously date a 20-year-old. Yeah.
Wild.
Okay. Listen, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna.
She legal. Maybe 21 would have sounded a little better, but
No,
like,
not that's. I just mean like because they're so immature, bro.
That's
Like
what
just
I'm
having
thinking.
conversations with them is like, oh, I want to strangle you.
You
No, but-
guys are not having anything to relate to, even with the age gap that you have. We're not even talking about me. Just the age gap of 31 to 20. There's like a gap of things to talk about.
I was with a young thing the other day. I'm like, I brought up a Girlfriends reference, bro. You know the show Girlfriends and stuff. Shorty had no idea what I was talking about.
Eyes blinking.
I'm like, nah, that's crazy.
But it's cool because like you guys put each other on to like new things. Obviously, it's cool when the girl already has like the built-in references. You know, like you don't got to program the references.
No,
but
I do feel you. It is nice to put shorties on. Okay, for me, for a Wuxin, I'm going.
Sorry, Wilson for the people who don't live in Toronto, please.
To have a sexual relationship with, you know, casual. If I'm at, you know, I'll bet respectfully, I'll do 19. So I'll go 19. You know what I mean? As long as she's like a seasoned 19, she can't be like a fresh 19. She has to be like, oh, like I've been 19 for 6 months. Like,
so what? Someone who was 18 6 months back.
huh?
What?
I guess, yeah, but like she's legal, you know what I mean? I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm 30 years old. I'm outside.
No,
you know what I
you're
mean?
30, fam. It's not bad, bro.
It's not crazy.
Me
It's not
saying
crazy. You know
it,
what I
bro.
mean? So yeah. So and then the most I've dealt like I've slapped 45-year-olds and stuff. You know what I mean? Like as long as they got like I'll deal with that. But when it comes to like a serious relationship, I'll do like 23 to like 33.
23 to 33.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Wow. This is gonna be different, like for my age, right?
Mhm.
I would say my cutoff would be 28.
For everything?
Yeah. Even for a relationship, I'll try. I don't know how much that's gonna work, but 28 is really pushing it. You know what I'm saying?
What's the oldest you would date at this age?
And
Like
that's
a
what I'm thinking now.
65?
Because I don't know if I want to take down the 65-year-olds, brother. So
Ew.
You can get in that 60-year-old bag right now.
not all of them are earl. There's some these new 60-year-olds be kind of fine.
That's
some
what
of
I'm
them
saying. They be
still.
looking 40.
So I might cut off at the 61. 61 is the
61?
cutoff. But I'm not dealing with you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can smash out, but like I'm not dating no 61-year-old gray hair pussy type thing.
But you don't
Sorry.
think she would be like
Respectfully.
much more calm and like much more sensible and like she would understand things more?
Fam, her pum pum's dried up, bro. She had menopause already.
Nah, she could take things for that.
Bro, and then I could also deal with somebody who's in their 40s and get like organic wet pussy. Like, come on, fam. Respectfully, I don't want to offend any of the ladies, even our demo for that. The 60-year-olds are like that small. But at the same time, like, bruh, after like, I think it's like 50 something or when women hit menopause, I'm not a doctor. Isn't that making your pum pum dry up when you get menopause?
Yeah, that's a part of it.
Is that a part of it? I thought it makes them extra horny.
I don't know.
Now some women get like vaginal dryness and stuff and all this next, you know.
I think Halle Berry went through that
Yeah.
shit. She has a whole product for it, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so what if there's an old hag but she's rich? Does that change things?
It
it's
it changes the financial situation. It won't make me more attracted to her though.
It's like, yeah, I just have to deal with her for maybe 10 more years. She's gonna kick the bucket and then I just have her inheritance.
Yeah, but like those women, and this is why I don't understand the women when they just deal with a rich guy. Are you telling me that they're attracted to them, or they find a way to just compartmentalize and find them some kind of attraction while they're having sex. Because like, okay, the woman's 60-something years old. She looks crazy, bags all over her face. I'm not smashing her, oh, yo, I love this. This is so great. I'm just thinking like, all right, let me just go through this, and there's going to be money on the other side, like you said, when she keels over.
But I feel like women and men are different, because don't women go through, what is it, hegemony? Homogeny or whatever? Where it's like, where they see, like where they want to date upwards in the sense of like...
hypergamy.
Hypergamy. I always get the word wrong. Yeah, hypergamy, where it's like, older, that makes you more attractive. More financially stable, that makes you more attractive. More wisdom, that makes you more attractive. Where it's like, they don't want somebody that's on the same level as them or even less than them. So sometimes the richness does add the attractiveness to it, where it's like, okay, yeah, I could kind of see how he's cute with the beard. Yeah, I could kind of see how the grades is fit, you know what I mean? Rather than like, because even when you have money, you can make yourself look clean, you know what I mean? Rather than if you're broke in 60, you know what I mean?
But what if you're like what's the word for like, besides just ugly? Like, you're just facially deficient, bro. But I guess basically ugly. Like you're just chopped, but you got stupid bread.
Yeah.
The gal them are not coming to you because, oh, whatever, I found a way to find some attraction into him. He's such a go-getter, so I'm attracted to him same way. No, they think you're ugly. They're just like bearing, giving you the head or whatever they're giving you at the time. And they're like, yo, he's gonna break me off.
Yeah, but I think girls can find ways around that. Like, they'll drink, they'll pop a perk, they'll do some other drugs. Like, girls will find a way to get through it.
That's what I'm saying. You have to do that. It was not an internal, like respectfully natural. I don't believe that they do that when it comes to certain mans.
I think because I look respectfully, Dave Blunts has like an alright girl, you know what I mean? She's not too bad.
Yes.
And I feel like him having the brand and access to resources and all that stuff, like it makes him just seem a little more like bearable, you know what I mean?
I guess, but I think in the back of her mind, or maybe like a big, like 85% of her brain is like, this nigga's disgusting. He smells gross. He's like 500 pounds. Like, I can't even like bear freaking his buddy.
That's my little walrus right there. That's my, you know what I mean?
my little stinky.
Little stinky
That's
bear.
what they do, bro. That's what they do, fam. I'm showing you.
When a girl loves you, all of a sudden your weaknesses are attractive to her.
Listen, I agree, because I've gotten girls where I'm like, okay, there's things that about me, and I'm like, you find that nice? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Girls will find you attractive for different reasons. But I feel like a lot of the times they be capping too, bro. Like, they're just there for the bag.
No, like they're lying to themselves. That's what it is. They're lying to themselves, where it's like, yo, you know, when the light hits him a certain way and he wears that shirt, he's like the most, you know what I mean?
When the light hits him a certain way, it's crazy.
So like, yo, babe, wear that shirt more. Or like they start dressing you a certain way where it's like, okay,
tolerable.
I'm gonna make you as attractive as possible to me so we can make this work.
I could only see you under red lights. Oh, listen, man. Salute to Scottie Pippen. Okay, keep doing your thing. He got onto the timeline because of this, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like, they seen him walk out with the 23-year-old, and everybody was like, "Well, go on, old man."
This is his get back, bro. His ex shotty was going crazy.
Oh, shit.
He didn't know how to pick the first one. It doesn't seem like he knows how to pick the second one. Scottie Pippen's cooked.
Last thing before we get off of this, okay? The quality. I'm not trying to diss the gal them. Natural. Can you put this back on the screen? Natural rating. And I'll get a rating from you too, Czar.
She's like a 7. You know what I mean? I just feel like she's like an average girl. Like, you know, like any man can scoop that.
Czar?
I was gonna go 6.5.
6.5.
Really?
Brother, this guy is a freaking how many rings? How many freaking millions of dollars in the bank, bro? If you're gonna walk out with a 23-year-old, walk out with a 10as.
If you know about Scottie Pippen lore, you know he didn't make that much money in the NBA.
Nah, and the thing is, the super baddies are gonna go bad on him. They're gonna use him as a stepping stone. I feel like he found a miskin
Perfect middle ground.
He's trying to make her a Mrs. Keen. You know those ones?
Yeah. He could mold her young mind.
Exactly.
Them other BBL bandits are already botched, bro.
Yeah. You don't want to get like a Ruby Rose or like an Ice Spice or one of them girl. They're not them girl. They will run you miles.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know this is not breaking news. You mentioned Ice Spice. She's doing it too, fam. She's with Toby Maguire. What the man named there?
They said that was fake news.
Is it fake news?
It looked like fake news.
Yeah, they said that they were sharing like they were sharing a vape, so like she leaned in to like take his vape, but but the fact that they were close and low key the vape story, I believe it's still because people be fiending for their vapes, bro.
Hold on, put this up on the screen, Jake. This is what you're talking about. This picture here. Is this leaning in for a vape or leaning in for a kiss?
Nah, but his face is not even facing hers.
No, but his arm is touching her arm.
Yeah, no, that's him. Like, okay, he has the vape in his hand. She looks. Oh, let me hit that real quick. Pause. She's like, okay, forward. Here, and then he gives her the vape. So she leans in.
Oh.
He's still holding the vape type shit. You know what I mean? So like, I could trust me. I've seen this happen bare times. These new girl are fiends for vapes, bro.
So, because people were trying to say, well, this is his new thing, and he's known. I watched mad videos like yesterday on this. Like, he's known for smashing girls in their 20s and whatever. So I just thought like Ice Spice is like, fuck it.
He doesn't want no Ice Spice.
Isn't she dating her producer still?
Nah, that's just been dead.
Oh,
been dead. But yeah, okay. Let's no more unimportant news for the people there. You know, breaking news for the unemployed. Let's get some music.
What a time to be alive.
I know. Even for my old ass, man, those are some good times, bro.
That's when views dropped, right?
This track actually is 2018, but that 2016 song that I was playing, yes.
Okay.
2016, April 2016, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, good times. Let's get into it, man. We are Bach is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. It's your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Heat Wave Rick, aka Sweatin' Rick, aka multiple AKAs Rick. We back over here. We love hip hop studio, episode 699 on the day of my birthday. Hold on, ear horns for me, man.
Jeez, happy birthday, Friday Ricky Dread. While y'all watching this right now, it is Friday's birthday.
It is.
And you look amazing for your age, bro. Like, I'm on some real shit.
Thank you. No pause. Thank you. But yes, welcome back. We are back over here. Like I said, episode 699. We got back in the building. The Turkish Thrill. You might see him outside Aura farming. You might see him inside the studio cooking up beats. Actually, you won't see him there, but he's in there doing it. Okay. You might see him on his Finsta page turning up the views. We have our political expert himself, DJ Czar in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Yes, sir. DJ Czar, aka Burrow Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Cheeseburger, aka Zarly Kirk, aka Coffee Poppy, aka The Ruiner, aka Lieutenant George, aka Blueberry Terry,
Jeez.
aka Mr. Clean. The Zarcissist. You know, I was working at Lank the other day, and a man's like, "Yo, Zarly Kirk."
Oh,
jeez,
shit!
I was amped. Still.
Okay, well, welcome back, Zarly Kirk. Welcome back. And sitting next to Zarly Kirk, you might see him at the dance hall or at a variety of jams.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Booked and Busy himself. You might see him on your timeline as usual, testing your dance hall knowledge, running up the views, all organic. All organic. Okay. We have content creator and DJ extraordinaire himself, DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Ready for another amazing episode.
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
And big salute to One Take Jake in the building. He got a hot mic.
What's good, everybody?
Okay.
Yo, why does Jake sound like that?
I know the mic that I gave him today is not the best mic.
He's on the walkie-talkie. What's up, everybody? Over and out.
Over and out.
Yo, Jake, say something.
Roger.
You literally sound like an air traffic controller right now.
Oh, man. I didn't give him one of the RE20s, but yeah. Salute to One Take
Traffic
Jake.
to mission control. Traffic to mission control. Repeat. Do you read me?
Oh, man.
But Jake, what are you saying? You're good?
Chilling, bro. Summer maxing.
Nice.
Summer maxing, right? He's gonna be guiding our flight over here today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, big salute to One Take Jake. Before we get into anything though, also big salute to the sponsor, starting with Exotic Hot Pot, okay? From high grade strain to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. Okay, you can get delivery of that Exotic Hot Pot here in the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Exotic Hot Pot, or just go to their website, exotichotpot.ca. Let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you, and they'll definitely give you a discount. Last but not least, big salute to Road Ready Detailing. That's over 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your cars detailed. You can get ceramics, wraps, tints, anything that you need. Hit them up on their Instagram page and check out the whole gallery. It's over at Toronto Road Ready Detailing on Instagram, or just go to the shop, 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. If you see the boy Dusty Wallace, let him know that the We Love Hip Hop boy sent you, and he'll definitely give you a discount. Scene. Gentlemen, DJ Natural doesn't have much time here, so let's keep our pleasantries short. How's y'all week? What's the weekend looking like?
Oh, man, just working, grinding, shining, staying alive, thriving,
Okay.
vibing.
Mad.
Nice. DJ Natural Wave.
I've been good. House of the Dragon has been crazy. Shout out to everybody who's been watching that. That's been mad. Other than that, just live streaming, dropping content. I'm in Hamilton tonight, you know, so that's gonna be crazy.
Yes. And you have anything that y'all are doing over the weekend that the people can go to?
I'm doing a barbecue. I don't remember exactly, but just check my Instagram. You guys will see all my events over there.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing a wedding and a music video.
Okay.
Jeez.
Also, quick announcement from myself. The show that I was going to be doing, the Stove God's Cook Show, that was supposed to be this Sunday coming up, canceled.
Yo, I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Didn't it already get rescheduled?
It did.
This week?
And it was supposed to get rescheduled again from what I seen in one of the flyers to August. So, to be honest, I don't know what's going on with Stove God. He might have got his own shit going on. You know
I don't think it's. Okay, we'll just leave it there.
Leave it alone. Let's get to our topics though, because, and more times, salute to the people who watched the live stream that we did earlier before we filmed this. We've been potting for a while,
No,
so
facts.
you know what I'm saying. But I want to get y'all opinions on Cenat. He has made his return to streaming. I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! He announced the people who are going to be in Streamers University, all the students, the teachers, all the different staff positions. No Toronto mans.
2 Toronto gal.
2 Toronto gal. You know, I'll play a video because there was somebody who was speaking on this here. And I'll get y'all opinions. And this is courtesy of Cash Flow Freeze. Salute to Cash Flow Freeze.
Morning to a bunch of Canadian content creators crying and complaining about Cenat's conspiracy, you know what I mean, to bring a bunch of gal them into Streamers University and this, that. Like, brother, you guys shouldn't be worried about Streamers University. You need to worry about UFT. You know what I mean? Go worry about Ryerson University. You guys burnt OSAP, and then you think Cenat's gonna let you come over there and burn Streamers University too? Kick rocks. Oh, brother, the Canadian Crash Out Chronicles continues. Typical Toronto shit. Out of all the people you could have got, all the content creators, you got a telly thing. You got a telly thing. You know what I mean? I heard she's from Hamilton. Maybe she's a Hamilton hooker. I don't know. But listen, brother, this makes no goddamn sense. Asia Sophie, this is who Cenat felt like qualified for Streamers University in Canada.
Was she one of them?
Check out the pictures. Check out the content she's creating. You know what I mean? This is quality content. You know what I mean? Lots of booty pictures, lots of titties hanging out. You know what I mean? Because I haven't been into this whole Streamers University hype, I had to go holler at my friend Chat GPT and see Wagwan. Who from Canada got into Streamers University this year in 2026? Asia Sophie, a Canadian content creator and influencer who was announced as one of the accepted students. Her inclusion drew a significant online discussion because she said she would leave.
I don't think she was the one.
She said,
is he spreading fake news?
Yeah, I think ChatGPT got him.
Yeah? What do y'all see? Because I don't see anybody who...
Wait.
It looks like she is accepted
She's
to the
accepted.
program.
Because I know that there's 2 shorties. Maybe she's one of them. But there was another where her name was like Moogie or something like that.
Okay. But that's still, the point still stands. They picked 2 gal. There's enough guys. I'm not even going to say myself included because whatever. You probably seen 51-year-old or 50-year-old streamer. Fuck out of here. and I got to get you a visa. Get out of here. But what happened to Kishka? What happened to all these other guys?
Yeah, you have to search it on IG. She's not that popping like that, which why I was kind of surprised. Well, I think she's popping on IG, but her streams aren't that crazy.
Mookie GG. Either way, I don't know. Maybe they had a bad taste in their mouth from the last Toronto creators that were there, because I saw MT make like an application stitch. Like, man's really put in effort.
Yes.
But maybe they're looking for something else from the Toronto streamers, or maybe they just weren't good enough.
And then we can't say the numbers. We can't say the numbers neither, because some of the people that they picked had like 10 viewers before Kai announced them, and they literally boosted to like 30,000 viewers in one announcement.
But because I seen that, I checked her Twitch first. I'm like, hey, but then when I went on her Instagram, she had like over 100, maybe 200,000 followers.
Yeah, so she's an influencer.
So she was, and I feel like she had an actual team that was able to like coordinate this. I feel like this was more like coordinated rather than I'm just picking names out of a hat.
Yeah.
And by the way, the other girl was Sarah Ferrugia, so it wasn't the other girl.
Yeah, it wasn't the OnlyFans thing. It was Sarah Ferrugia and Mookie GG.
Okay.
And Sarah Ferrugia, she did those videos where like she'd go on the first date with a guy in like her car and stuff.
Yeah. So these people are people who have been putting in work with their streams. It's not just they stream every once in a while.
No, they're pretty consistent.
Yeah. But the other people who got left out, I guess, they're consistent too. Why do you think they're not good enough, Natural?
Yeah, like respectfully, even I respect MT for the effort he put in his application, but when I watched it, like it didn't inspire me to be like, oh yeah, nah, he has to be over there. Like he didn't say anything that he does that like makes him stand out from the other million people that applied, you know?
But what does anybody, and salute to MT, and I didn't get a chance to check it out, but like what does somebody need to do to stand out when everybody's just doing brain rot shit over there anyway?
I think there's a couple things that help you. I think your aura and appearance is being considered. Like, I feel like they want good looking people, or if you're not good looking, then you have to be like ridiculously like unique.
Yeah.
Maybe have like a weird quirkiness to you. So definitely like just regular amount of attraction. And then your content has to be funny and good. I think they look for people who kind of aren't shy.
Like Trezor applied, and then he made a follow-up video saying like, oh, hey, the position that I wanted to do was given to T-Pain.
Yeah, so he didn't apply as a student.
No, he wanted to be like a music facilitator.
He did. I remember that video.
And he made like, you know, a cute video. It was nice, you know what I mean? But he acknowledges in the video, like, it's T-Pain. Obviously, man's going to choose T-Pain.
Yeah, and they picked Lizzo as one of the instructors too, right? So, like, that was kind of, like, and people were complaining about how, like, what's Lizzo going to teach us?
Well, what's MT going to, like, do over there? What's Kishka going to do over there? At least Lizzo is going to have a guaranteed viewership that's going to bring, you know, at least not really aura, but it's going to bring something over there.
Yes, as an instructor, but these guys were applying for students, even though Kishka was already a student before. So can you apply to be a student again? Maybe that's why he got looked over.
And it's like, yo, you had your opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like Kishka doesn't really require any more external assistance. I feel like at this point, he's kind of like, he's already flying. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got him in the air, and now he can cruise.
He said also, him being Kai Cenat, that Streamer University is going to go on every year moving forward now. So people don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't get in Streamer University. It's done. Hopefully he does another one. He's going to have a 2027.
Respectfully, if I was Kai, I don't want pure man. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big liability. Like, man, like, these streamer niggas are way more crazy. They're way more unpredictable, you know? Like, there's much more variables than if you just get, like, some shotties that look good, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it might not be as exciting. The last one, there was, like, just bare chaos, and that's what people want to see.
Yeah, but I think people tune in to female live streamers for like a different reason than they tune in to male.
Like, okay, like when I'm thinking about the people who popped last, it was only Kai's main people, like Tota, Ray was already popping. Rakai was already popping, you know?
Yeah.
And then the only people that popped off was Cinna, which was a girl, Yona, which was a girl, and then there was Cooking with Kaya was already popping, but she
fell off after Streamer University.
But she had like viral storylines from Streamer U, which caused her to fall off a little bit. But
no, but you would have thought that those storylines that she had, because she was like a very prevalent part of I seen a lot of clips with her. That would have given her the momentum to keep going. Like now, I don't see her.
It was bad storyline. Oh, she was there cheating on her man, doing this, doing that.
Yeah, I used to like her though, man. Cooking with Kaya, she was sexy.
Yeah. Oh wow. That it doesn't always work for everybody. Streamer University can.
She's still grinding though. She's still I still see her post, and she's
probably doing all right.
Yeah, now she's good. She's good.
Okay, so is this a W move now for Cenat doing this every year moving forward and like his comeback to the streaming? Did you guys see any of the stream?
I didn't tune in. I seen clips.
Yeah.
He's back to his normal yelling. He's not on his emo thing anymore. You know, which I don't know. It just feels like, just go back to what you know type thing.
Yeah. You know what thing I saw about the stream that was crazy? I was watching it on YouTube. One, the viewership was insane. Like when it first started, it had like 100,000 people watching the shit. But the chat had like these emojis that were popping up inside of the chat that I never seen before on YouTube. I thought it was only like a Twitch or any of these other streaming platforms. But when people were like doing certain amounts of like chatting, like a paper bird plane would pop up or like an eagle would pop up like in front of like all of the words in the chat, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Did YouTube just do this for Kai? Or has this been always there the whole time and you got to be super popping to see it?
I think they're rolling out more immersive ways for the lives because I don't think when people think of live streaming, I don't think YouTube is at the forefront of that. So they're trying to, I guess, build that audience, which makes sense. And even when you think about like meta glasses and everything like that, they're gonna try to find ways to bridge these worlds together. Where like, if you're watching something, like the bird flies into your glasses, you know what I mean? Or
fam, I low key screen recorded it, but I dumped the screen recording because my phone was full. But I was like, what the hell am I watching, bro? Is this like these are new features I never seen? So you might be onto something with that, like. He's the gateway to roll this out because we have the most audience right now watching this shit.
Facts.
Yeah. It was actually really like intriguing to watch that shit. But listen, salute to Cenat. You know, welcome back to the content creation world, streaming world, and to be continued. Let me ask you guys, because the XXL Freshman class has come out. Did you guys even know that before we even get into this?
Did they do one last year?
They do one every year, bro.
Oh, I thought they took a break.
No, fam. Last year it was like a major flop. The freestyles were trash. People weren't even like taking it seriously. So I think they tried to redeem themselves this year. So if you could pull this up on the screen, one take, Jake. This is the 2026 freshman class. Let me know if you guys know any of these names, even before we even talk about any of these things.
Slayer.
You know Slayer?
Nope.
No.
Okay, he's
blending Digicore. Okay, all right, fuck that. Chris Patrick.
All right, from East Orange, and players from, where is he from?
Philadelphia.
Did it show Philly? Yeah, Philly. Okay, yeah. Chris Patrick, you know who that is?
No.
Belly Gang Cushington, yeah.
This guy, I know about him from podcasts.
I know about him from Juicy Skits.
Yeah. I've seen him on a few skits. Okay, we've seen this guy.
Again, what happened to them?
Okay, yeah, this is actually, they're showing him officially on the list here. Who's this? Larizi from New Orleans? I feel like I heard him before.
Never heard of him.
Trim, I heard of her.
Yeah, she's like the one that Nicki Minaj is pissed off at, saying that she's taking her style. And she's from Charleston, Carolina, and this guy from New Orleans.
My daddy died.
Trap Dicky, I've heard of him as well. And he's from Harvard.
Trap Dicky, eh?
The only Dicky
we dropped into that one.
The only Dicky I was gonna say the only Dicky we acknowledge is Lil, but that just sounds crazy.
I know, right?
That's insane.
Hey, yo, chill.
Big up Dave Bird.
No, but this guy here, I'm saying I've heard of these guys, but I don't know his song.
He's from South Carolina?
Yeah, but I've heard of Trim's song, but I don't know his song, but I've heard of him, like through the timeline somewhere. Babyface E.
Never heard.
Nope.
Flint, Michigan?
No. Hurricane Wisdom from Tallahassee, Florida.
I don't know nothing. I
Don't know about that hurricane.
YK
Niece,
Niecy.
yeah. She
Atlanta.
has bangers right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the girl who did Win Miami.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
Win Miami chick. So yeah, she's popping. Skrilla.
Skrilla, I heard
Yeah.
of him.
6'7".
Yeah. He's popping also. Like, or we know who he is, right?
So Camo.
I don't know who this is. Apex, North Carolina. And this is like an example of like, you know, maybe, and I'll reiterate, I'm 51. Y'all are 30 going on 31. And you're already like, I don't know what these motherfuckers are. Miles McNick.
Miles Minnick.
Miles Minnick? No. I don't
He's
know
from
why drama's
Pittsburgh?
in here. And
Well,
then-
he's probably DJing it.
yeah. So he's gonna probably do the DJing for their freestyle. Why don't you guys know who these guys are? You're DJs. Nobody's requesting none of these guys?
Only Skrilla and maybe YK Niece, that one song.
The Wim Whammy track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because we're not tapped in or maybe even the youngins aren't tapped in and this is like the forced list of, okay, we got to find at least 10 people.
Yes. Because like it's been a long time where people actually recognize the freshman, the XXL freshman list. Not just recognize who the rappers are, but like gave a fuck about who was on the list.
I think this is a good thing though,
Tell me why.
because there are names on the list that we recognize that have notable viral hits and stuff.
Yes.
And the fact that there's names that we don't recognize, that means the list is doing its job. It's supposed to introduce us to new emerging artists that we might not know about. These niggas is from South Carolina, Tallahassee, and all these like small, like round the way parts, you know? So maybe in their town, in their niche, they're popping.
You're popping.
And this list is like bring them to the forefront.
Like the future.
Yeah.
Type thing, you know?
I was playing some music even in the beginning. I was playing like bare 2016 stuff because they always say, and even when I go do a search on YouTube or on Google, the 2016 freshman list was like the best one.
I agree, but because that era, people were actively looking for underground music. That was like peak SoundCloud era. And the whole culture on SoundCloud is finding your favorite underground rappers. So it was even a point where Drake was primarily dropping on SoundCloud and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, we're going to be more familiar with those rappers because these are the SoundCloud rappers. Let's just drop for them because they're not quote unquote mainstream yet.
And they all went on to do stuff. Like if you could pull this up on the screen here, Jake. All of these guys went on to do stuff with the exception of like Designer who kind of crashed out. And
but he still went on to work with Ye.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. Lil Uzi Vert, like that, we don't really need to say anything.
Amazing.
Lil Dicky, he's doing great still. Lil Yachty, like
crazy.
Freaking 21 Savage, Kodak
Amazing.
Black.
Amazing.
What's his youth name again? Denzel Curry. All these
He's doing that.
G Herbo.
G
Herbo's
Herbo.
doing amazing.
Denzel Curry still has like he's still talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is 10 years ago. Keep that in mind. And all of these guys have gone on to do, I would say, great things.
Yeah, that's definitely the most successful class for sure.
Yes.
Really? I feel like, because I'm looking at the classes here, and 2011 had Meek Mill, Big Crit, Sahai the Prince, Lil Twist, Yellow Wolf, Fred the Godson, Mac Miller, YG, Lil B, Kendrick Lamar, and Diggy Simmons.
Okay, no, but respectfully, okay, yes, Meek Mill did amazing things. He's good.
What year is that again?
This is 2011.
Okay.
But okay, Big Crit, Sahai the Prince, he had an amazing album and he wrote for Kanye, but he didn't really break the mainstream. Little Twist did not break the mainstream. Yellow Wolf, you know what I mean? Like Little B and Diggy Simmons, and I feel like that list can't compare.
Lil B was like is still known as a legend.
That was a flash in the pan though.
Kendrick Lamar, YG, Mac Miller, Meek Mill. Like those are some pretty heavy hitters.
Yeah, YG just did an interview on Breakfast Club like today while we're
YG
speaking.
just sold 3,000, bro.
That is also true. But they, you know,
so it wasn't great, but I just feel like for 2016, like 8 out of the 10 people went on to soar.
Yeah.
And the other 2 people that didn't soar, they did pretty good.
Yeah. Crit is known underground more and he makes amazing music, but like on a mainstream level, Crit's not really doing anything like that.
What about 2010? J. Cole, Pill, Nipsey Hussle, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, OJ the Juice Man, J-Rock, Fashawn, Donis.
That
Okay,
might be
some of them
close.
names.
Who is Donis? Who is Fashawn?
But J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, J-Rock.
Okay, so are we want to do a versus right now?
For now with the 2016 guys.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because I'm glad you brought up these different lists. Those are a lot of names that we still remember to this day. And now you're talking all the way back to 2010, right? Will these guys in the 2026 list be able to do the same? Then this is why we have this, right? Hopefully we'll be able to see these guys from the 2026 list. People talk about them in 2036.
I think we'll talk about like 3 to 5 of them.
Yeah. And it's not like we talked about everybody on the other list neither. Mind you, the 2016 had kind of the most.
Yeah.
But like a lot of these other lists, a lot of these guys we don't hear from no more.
Okay, how about this one? This is 2014. Chance the Rapper, Rich Homie Quan, Isaiah Rashad, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, Troy Ave, Vic Mensa, John Connor, Lil Bibby, Jaron Benton, and August Alsina.
That was a good list.
That's good, but respectfully, Isaiah Rashad, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. But Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk, Kevin Gates.
Okay, Troy Ave, nah. John Connor, nah. Lil Bibby, nah. Although he went on to be a great like executive. Who's that? Jaron Benton. We don't know that nigga. August Alsina is like a glorified like muncher. You know what I mean? Like
the 2016 list.
That's for August.
The 2016
yeah, he popped up with a whole like boyfriend.
He did.
The 2016 list might be the most well balanced and successful.
Okay. Let me ask y'all one more question on the list, and you gotta make a move.
You got a little time.
Yeah, I have like 15 minutes.
Okay. Toronto. We established that 2016 was like one of the best lists, right? What was our Toronto 2016 freshman class?
How many do we have to include?
Give me 5.
2016. I thought talk about like who would we choose right now?
I don't know how hard of a mind exercise you guys want to do right now.
Okay, because I had a few for those, but we could talk about that after. For
okay, yeah. If you have some, then I'm down to hear them. So let's go for 2016 first, and then we'll do 2026.
For 2016,
and they don't have to be fresh just starting in 2016. They could have already been doing their thing because Toronto still.
Who was the guy that they were comparing like Lil Tecca to?
LB Spiffy. I was playing him in the beginning.
Yeah. LB Spiffy. I'll put him there. Casper. Pressa was one of them times.
Yeah, he was dropping Demiana and all that. Or I think by 20, Canada Goose it didn't drop yet, but he was already on fire.
Okay. Who else would I put? Help me out here, bro.
You remember Calm Down? Fiji and Castro?
Yes, Calm Down crew.
Yeah, they would be up there as one unit, I guess. 2016. And did you guys always say Casper?
Casper was already mentioned. Smoke Dog. Definitely Smoke Dog.
Robin Banks.
Robin Banks, yes.
And I want to say Moji, Puffy L's, like.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many mans we're including on this list.
No, well, there was like 10 on the actual freshman list. So you guys were able to give more than I expected. So that's actually great. Actually, it wasn't that hard because we're talking about 2016.
What about Bully? Was he like dropping them times?
I think he's a little bit later, like 2018, 2019, right? And technically, LB Spiffy was like 2018, but he had already started with a couple of tunes back in.
Houdini, is that later?
A little bit later also. You know what I'm saying? But like Pressa would be like, and Robin Banks would be the pathway to get to the Houdinis and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good list. You said you had some people for 2026?
I was thinking, me personally, I'll put Sav on there for sure because he's still relatively new.
Yes.
I'll put Solo YS.
Well, keep going. None of these guys are new, but Solo YS is less new than Sav.
Yeah, but I feel like he's having like...
having a moment.
Yeah. You know, and Nada V.
Okay.
I'll put her as well. Loki, those are like the only 3 I was able to think of.
Sad Boy?
Yeah.
Sad Boy, definitely. There's somebody who, the guy here, I keep on forgetting his damn name. It's like, I think it's like Loco Los or something like that. Is that guy from Toronto? Why does that Chubbs keep on posting that guy?
I'm not sure.
I heard that Chubbs got a label and shit like that, but his music's kind of hard. I ain't mad at it.
His name's Loco Los.
Let me see if I started following him the other day. Because, there's, also K-Slime.
Yeah.
K-Slime and KS Bands.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
even
I
have a
think
song together at this point. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Let me see if I could find this guy here. Because, yeah, Loco Los 35. All right, one take, Jay. Can you pull that up on the screen? Sorry about that, brother. I'm gonna play just a little bit of his stuff. He doesn't look like he's young, but Chubbs keeps on posting this man in the stories, bro. This is the guy I was trying to tell you guys about the other day. He ain't from here.
We love hip hop.
Yeah, he's definitely from Atlanta or the South.
No, it says it right here, #Duval. Right? So that's Florida.
Mm.
So I don't know. That's obviously not a Toronto person, but that's who they keep on promoting on the low. I guess they might have a little play going on there.
It's a favor.
Yeah.
You know those ones where like they put the arm around you. Hey, yo, so you're gonna post my partner, right? Yeah, fam, I got you, broski.
Yeah, share that shit, Chubb.
Hey, listen, pull up, fam. I want to see if we can get him on early. Anybody else from Toronto that we can say is the what would you call that? The class of 2026? Like, who's making noise?
I feel like everyone who's making noise wouldn't be considered class of 2026. Like, they've been at it.
LTL.
LTL, definitely.
That's like class of 2025 or 2024.
24. Yeah.
But if it didn't exist before and it's just starting now, like we could, it's still relatively new.
Yeah, it's tough to do a Toronto list, like a 10, like how they do for the XXL.
Because I don't think these rappers, they just started making music this year.
Yeah.
On the freshman list.
No, but like they all had great years for their first like entrance into the game type shit.
They just got known.
Because even YK Nice, like those tracks are technically from like ending of last year.
Yeah.
Because I think one of those tracks is like they Take Me Through There. That was on Metro's project that everybody hated. You know what I mean? But those are like the biggest songs of the summer.
They stuck. Well, listen, man. I won't try to break our brains anymore trying to find people for the 2026 freshman list for Toronto. But I do have something hip hop related. Okay, before you get out of here, Natural. The Hip Hop Psy-Op.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels. Roll ready, ready for the road.
So there's a post that's floating around, courtesy of the Joe Rogan podcast, with our favorite racist, Tony Hinchcliffe.
I watched this.
Yes. And he's breaking down how there's a hip-hop's kind of falling off of the charts because it's always been part of a government psy-op. And now that the government is done with it, this is why we're not seeing it charting as much as it used to.
And this didn't like last pod, I was saying that there was much more quote unquote label involvement and financial backing behind hip hop, which is why it was so prevalent. But now that doesn't exist, that's why we're seeing a drop off.
Now, here's the thing. We got to be careful with the way we're speaking about this, sir, because white supremacists are taking this and using it as talking points. Okay? They're spreading around this clip and saying, told you it wasn't y'all the whole time. Y'all didn't have the shine, the talent, or whatever. It was the government who pushed the shit in our face. It was never none of y'all talent. So I'm going to play the clip, okay? Courtesy of the Joe Rogan podcast, or Chief Nerd over here on Twitter. Just wait for the X-Files sound to stop. It's a conspiracy.
People have long said that rap music, even though, listen, you love hip hop. I know you just got back from Kanye West. I'm a huge hip hop fan.
We
gotta
talk
about that at some point. We definitely do. I love hip hop. But there's some people that believe that gangsta rap in particular, when it came about in the 1980s, was a part of the push to popularize it and produce it was a part of the government, some faction of the government, some intelligence agencies wanting to create more crime, wanting to fill more private prisons, wanting to erode the fabric of society so they could push for more laws to keep you safer. This is like one of the most tinfoil hat conspiracies. But people are pointing out that right now is like one of the rare times where no rap music is on the charts.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, how does this coincide with USAID? Was USAID like actively promoting rap music? Was that one of the reasons why rap music was so popular? Mm-hmm. Is that real? That can't be real.
Maybe back in the day. It seems like that would be more manipulative.
What does the greatest comedian
I
think?
believed that until I heard mumble rap. And I'm like, this is not real. This is trying to make people stupid.
Yeah.
There's something about this, you know.
Right.
So, and obviously some artists are better at it than others. Some of them are fun the way they do it. But I'm saying there's a giant chunk of them that are inaudible.
We love hip
Like,
hop.
who's into this?
Oh, almost all of them are inaudible.
Like what's going on there? Imagine if that was it. It was like people heard Nas and like, this guy's too smart. We got to dumb it down a little.
Right.
We got to promote some people that can barely talk.
Yeah.
So this has been moving around, like I said, in the white supremacist circles, saying that we've never had the sauce. It's always been the government. There's a lot of theories that, disagree with that, myself included. I feel that the government co-opted hip hop once it started to see that it was popular. Because for me, I came in, hip hop was conscious.
I was about to say that as well.
And popular and conscious. Like Native Tongues, which was like Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and Queen Latifah and all them. They had like a group together and they were all wearing African medallions and freaking colors and stuff, pushing pro-blackness. This was running the radio. Public Enemy had hit songs on the radio.
Yeah, and then I feel like it got hijacked because once they saw the power of the movement, they're like, okay, like let's use it to push certain ideologies because it was pushing positivity, and I guess they didn't want that awakening.
Yes, but as far as like introducing it to the world, it wasn't a government psy-op to introduce it to the world. It was a psy-op once it was like co-opted by the government, in my opinion.
I think the introduction of hip hop to the world was a government play in the sense of like, but the way how they depict black people in media across all forms, you know what I mean? Whether it be in TV shows, movies, music. Like if you go to some of these other countries where there's not many black people, all they see is what is on the TV or what's on the radio. So I feel like certain songs or certain shows are pushed. So like they look at black people a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that because even in the same Joe Rogan episode, he mentions how the U.S. government used rap music in other countries to try to get them more riled up.
Destabilize the government.
To destabilize the government.
Well, I was just thinking, right? You look at, who would you say was the first face of hip hop globally?
Globally?
Would you say
Tupac?
it was NWA?
That's a good question. It was around that time,
Late 80s.
but it would be more like MC Hammer and friggin' Vanilla Ice. That's what was pushed to the mainstream. That was getting like high visibility on MTV and all of these mainstream stations.
But both You Can't Touch This and Ice Ice Baby, I'm seeing here, they both came out in 1990.
Right.
Whereas NWA was like 87.
But they bust with their Fuck the Police in like 88, 89.
Yeah, but that was like the first major record. They were going on tours and like starting riots.
You might be right.
And that's that rebellious spirit.
Yes.
And I don't know why like the government would want to promote distrust in their own system. But I guess maybe it was to like, ignite a riot or
It's
rebellion.
not distrust in the own system because the music that was preaching, because originally it was, let's not attack the white man, but like, let's destroy this system that's oppressing us. Let's get our oppressors out the way.
Yes.
So they changed the messaging to, let's slide, let's steal, let's sell crack, let's make money, let's hustle, So I feel like they didn't want to destroy America as a whole. They wanted to destroy certain communities.
And there was still a balance going on at the time because while NWA was popular, so was Public Enemy. And Public Enemy was pushing pro-black messaging. Fight the Power was a major hit song that was playing on the radio all the time. It was in the Spike Lee Do the Right Thing movie. So like there was two things that was getting pushed at the same time.
But different coasts.
Different coast, yes.
And I feel like back in the day, like it wasn't just like one uniform. Like it was like you had East Coast hip hop and then West Coast hip hop, and they were like vastly different.
Yes, but at one point in time, Ice Cube left NWA.
Yeah.
And he started working with the Bomb Squad, which was the producers for Public Enemy, which gave him the bulk of like the beats for his first solo stuff. And he became more militant. Because even though these guys were talking gangster shit and there was like some degenerate stuff that they were talking, like pimps and hoes and stuff, there was still like a militancy to them. Like, yo, we need to protect the black community. Ice Cube was the biggest writer in their crew, went on his own and became way more pro-black as a solo artist and gained and attained success. So it kind of goes against the whole Psy-Op thing in a way. Like a lot of positive hip hop got through for a long time.
Nah, I feel like things are gonna get through the cracks. But as a whole, like, okay, even if things weren't completely like, oh, it's gangster rap, it's like, okay, put some party shit out there. So at least they're distracted with like partying. Like, so let's get some Nellies in there, some Ludacrises, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like they ever wanted a conscious rap to be at the forefront. And it's the same with reggae right now. Like, when I was growing up, we had so many reggae artists that were in the mainstream. Like we had like Richie Spice, Capleton, Sizzla, Buju Banton. Like there's so many. I can list off so much.
Singing about God.
Yeah, singing about God, righteousness.
Yeah.
Like destroying oppressors and stuff. You know what I mean? Going back to Africa and stuff. And now when you even go to Jamaica radio now, there's barely any reggae. It's pure like Dugu Daga or it's like some hip hop shit.
Yeah, and even if you look at the culture of like dancehall, it's gone so off the edge.
Facts.
That daggering is a thing.
Facts.
Daggering was like, I'm not in the dance hall world like that, but I'm old enough to be a part of the dance hall world at one point, and they weren't doing no daggering in the 90s or early 2000s. Bro.
Yeah, like the 2000, like the Pasa Pasa era of the 2000s kind of like vamped it up. But even right now, we're seeing in soca, there was like a little bit of a tension because a lot of the new soca artists, pure like what's the word I'm looking for? It's basically
debauchery.
Yeah, debauchery. There's talking about, you know what I mean? Like, so Masha Montano at first was fighting it like, oh, we used to like not curse in the songs, and now mans are talking about, oh, I want to put my fingers in your hole and lick it down and eat your cat, and I want to. You're doing all this crazy, and this was never like what soca was really about, you know?
Fam, these are songs, especially when it comes to soca and calypso and stuff like that. These are songs that are being played at festivals with families around.
Yeah.
It can't be like, yo, you know, what you just mentioned. I'm not even going to repeat it, but like that can't be the songs that are playing for festivals,
you know,
for fetes. You know what I'm saying? That it means maybe the Caribbean side of the music industry also got co-opted by this whole Psy-Op. It's possible.
No, I think that's definitely possible because, and it might not even be as bad as like, oh, we just want to do this niggas. It might just be like, we just need to keep people distracted. So we don't want nothing conscious in any realm.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Whether it be like some rock music, we're going to keep the rock on some Ozzy Osbourne and shit, you know what I mean? And we're going to keep the pop music on some Taylor Swift where you're just singing about Martin all the time. And you know?
Yeah. And there's one thing that Joe Rogan was saying wrong in his little rant there. There was a lot of music, that hip hop music that charted in the last 3 years. Maybe not a lot, but there was music that did chart in the top 10 and number one, like Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. And multiple people still went number one. Drake is eating on the charts right now. So that's outside of we're saying the Psy-Op's not working?
Well, right now in the top 50, there's 8 hip hop songs.
Okay.
So I think it's just a smaller percentage than it was at its peak when at one point it was just like rapper after rapper. Like,
yeah, but does it mean that the government turned the tap off and that's why all of the rappers fell off of the charts?
No, I feel like the government is like, yo, our job is done. Like these people are recreating, I guess, the pattern themselves. So it's like, you know when like you have like rats and like the lab or whatever, and then you introduce a new thing. Once they get used to it, they start doing it themselves. You don't even have to.
You don't got to give them the external stimuli.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now it's just like a whole cycle of dumbness and degenerateness, degenerate actions. You know what I'm saying?
They don't need to prop up any more rappers because all the local ones are propping themselves up and then leading people to jail.
And we have the technology now that like we can open up the floodgates for the amount of crap that's coming through, and then they could just pick who they want to push the button on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just thought that was an interesting conversation that was floating around on the internet. It's not like a trending topic, but it's something that's underlying, that's moving around in like certain rooms where it's like, yeah, see, told you, y'all ain't shit. Right? Couple more topics. Natural Wave, you good?
Yeah. I think I'm so good.
Your ride is late. Okay, quick thing I just wanted to put you guys onto. Random story. I didn't even put it on the list. You know Llyod Banks is going to be performing a free show on MTL?
A free show?
Yeah. This is courtesy of History Official. Montreal Festival, Harlem North is back with the 4th edition, and it's called G-Unit's very own Llyod Banks. Well, he's not in G-Unit anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a random thing I wanted to bring up, fam. Like, man's doing the free show. Not that he has to. Okay.
No, I don't think it's him deciding like, oh, hey, I just want to do this thing in Montreal. I feel like it's a festival or an event that's going on, and they booked him.
Yeah.
So he's definitely making bread from this.
He got a bag for sure.
Yeah, so shout out to Llyod Banks. And shout out to the promoters in Montreal for doing this. That sounds dope.
Yeah, man. And it's just, to me, it was just kind of, the reason I said it's random because, like, one, it's free. And, like, Llyod Banks is still out here doing his thing, fam. Like, nobody's really, people talk about him on certain pods. Like, I hear about him on a Joe Budden podcast and stuff like that, but I feel it's because they know him. But his career is still going well for an artist who, you know, was like, he's in his late 40s at this point.
I would say he landed in a comfortable spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he never pushed the envelope to where he could have been. I feel like he was kind of coasting and taking it easy and at his own pace, whereas if he had listened to 50 Cent and kind of pushed it to the limit, he might have been
like another Ludacris type thing.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Because Llyod Banks, like, lyrically and musically is up there, low key. He might have been the most, like, favored member of G-Unit at one point.
Yeah,
like,
and his new shit's hard. If you listen to his new music is fucking great.
He has bars and his delivery is good. I just think that he just didn't want to be the superstar.
Yeah. I think he's comfortable where he is. He's probably getting a few grand a show.
Hey, man, them.
DJ Natural Wave.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
You safe out there, brother?
Happy birthday, broski.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. DJ Natural, for the listening audience, is exiting the building right now. He's got a gig to go and do.
Off to Hamilton.
Off to the Hammer.
The Hammer.
Hey. While Natural is making his exit here, I got a story for you, DJ Czar.
Talk to me.
Okay.
Don't know, bro.
Now that there's only 2 of us left, I'm going to bring you down a deeper conspiracy wormhole right here. Bishnoi gang leader reward.
Reward?
Yeah, so they're offering a reward of $50,000 USD. And this is the FBI. This is not like the
RCMP.
The RCMP. This is the FBI. This is where it's gone now. But I've been covering a lot of this on my live stream. But this is where we're at now. We're outside of Canada. We're in America now, bro, with the Bishnoi gang stuff. So I'm gonna play a 1-minute clip over here, courtesy of City TV News. Want to take Jake? Thank you, sir.
The FBI is offering a $50,000 reward to anyone with information leading to the arrest of a notorious gang member with deep Canadian connections. 32-year-old Satinderjeet Singh is alleged to be a key figure in the organized crime network known as Lawrence Bishnoi. U.S. and Canadian authorities say the group is responsible for assassinations, kidnappings, extortion schemes, along with large-scale drug and weapons trafficking ranking across Canada, the U.S., and India. The gang's most notorious Canadian-linked crime was the June 2023 assassination of Sikh activist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. U.S. indictments allege Singh, who's also known as Goldie Brar, is one of two people who ordered the killing. Canadian officials formally designated the Bishnoi gang a terrorist entity in 2025.
Now, the Goldie Brar guy, does that name sound familiar to you?
Didn't that guy have something to do with Sidhu Moosewala's passing?
Bro, there's another thing here. 6 Kitchener residents charged. Oh, no, that's something different. But yeah. Oh, Operation Hardball arrest reshaped Nijjar assassination narrative. Okay, so there's Operation Hardball. This is something that I was covering on the live stream as well. They busted a bunch of people in Los Angeles that have connections to the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, which connects back over to Canada, bro. So everything is like, the web is like getting wider and wider as far as like the gangsterism, bro. Where are we at, fam? It's like it's beyond America now. It's beyond Canada now, bro. It's in America where these guys are going crazy too, bro.
Seems like they are currently an international criminal organization, transnational at least.
Dare I say that the South Asian gang movement has gotten bigger than any North American gang movement that's out here right now?
It's hard to say where they stand when you compare them to other ethnic mafias. Like, you got to talk about the Italians, you got to talk about the Chinese mafia or the triads, and then you still got, certain black mafias or gangs. So I think what ends up happening in North America, especially Canada, is that like different ethnicities are in charge of different like sub-industries.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the Punjabis, they run this. The Chinese people, they run this. The Italians, they run this. I just think right now what we're experiencing is exponential growth from the South Asian gangs.
Yes.
Maybe it's just increased visibility or increased power. Maybe they have more members now, so they're getting caught more often, but we're seeing their prominence live on the world stage now.
Is there a possibility that this is a lot of propaganda to try to paint the South Asian people or community in a bad way by boosting up the media coverage on this?
That could be a play where, them highlighting the criminality of this immigrant group would result in, discrimination or prejudice. It's definitely very possible.
Yes.
But it's also factual where, they're exposing criminals who are extorting Canadian citizens, who are demanding ransom and, like checks every week or money every week for protection, like or shooting up houses. Like, they're just uncovering this criminal syndicate
for this community or for this, I guess, race. I won't even say race, community, because the South Asian community is vast, right? But there's all these other things that go on. Like Montreal, there was the mob hit that happened. It was like a Greek guy kind of thing. It wasn't like South Asian gangs. It was publicized. Don't get me wrong. It was highly publicized. But there's a lot of shit that these guys are doing that are not publicized in comparison to what I'm seeing these days. Like, bro, when I go on my timeline, all I'm seeing is turbans, bro. There might be something to like, let's turn up the volume on that and let people start feeling a certain way.
Once again, it's possible, but it could be possible that this is just a result of, showing what's happening. Like, if I go on the news and I see a bunch of young Somalis and their pictures are on, CP24 or whatever, charged with an M or something, it could look like, oh, they're trying to demean or diminish the Somali community by only highlighting their criminals, right? So in one sense, you could look at it like that from like a propaganda perspective, but you could also look at it from an event information perspective where it's like, no, like these people who happen to be Somali were involved in this crime we're talking about.
This already happened.
So now we're seeing it with the South Asians where it's like, yo, it just so happens that all these guys are Punjabi.
Yeah, but this already happened with the Somali community not too long ago, and they're already now looking at them sideways over there in America with the Nick Shirley videos.
Yes, that has definitely contributed to like perception shifting, but here I wouldn't say the government has like an overt agenda against Somalians.
No,
like Somalians, certain Somalians, I'll say, do happen to commit certain crimes that we're seeing and that are being exposed. So like from the outside looking in, it's like, oh, they're just talking about Somalis, but it's like they're just talking about these certain kids who like did this act.
Yes. When I see the news when it comes to like, let's say certain Somali kids or men that pop up for like crimes and stuff like that, it's not like in a row. I'm not seeing like consecutive or timelines or on my when I just go to the news tab on YouTube, a bunch of like Somali this, Somali, you know, and the name Somali is not even coming up if it's somebody that like is of that person's or Somali descent that pops up in the news. It's not like Somali kid arrested for such and such.
It's like inherent. You know, it's
you can see
a
the
Somali
picture.
and you see the name, but they don't highlight it. Whereas they're highlighting South Asian or India based.
This is what I'm saying. Like there's a part of me like I could jump into these stories like, yo, and I've actually done this before. Like I'm like, yo, I gotta watch out for my Uber driver or Timmy's guy or whatever. And I'm not saying that I don't, but at the same time, it's also the propaganda that I'm being fed. I gotta be careful that I'm aware that, you know, there might be a tinting that they're putting on these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think it was the same with certain Italian populations where it's like, oh, you're mafia. You know what I'm saying? Automatically when they had that prominence. And now I guess the South Asians are going through that phase of their immigration here, even though they have been here for a while.
Fam, with the Italian communities, they were very offended by like, you know, videos, or not videos, but movies, or too many movies back to back that portrayed them as gangsters. Like they're like, not all Italians are in the mob. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a loud backlash, but I remember hearing at least some backlash. Like, you guys got to take it easy on making every depiction of us mob related.
Yeah, and I guess in the same breath, like you're gonna need certain Canadian Punjabis to like denounce what these communities are doing.
Yeah.
Or like explain. It's unfortunate because it's like I shouldn't be held responsible for like what other people do, but like you got to denounce it then, like
if you can,
you know,
if you could stay alive after denouncing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Listen, man, salute to all our South Asian brothers and sisters out there. All right, I feel like over these stories as we cover them over and over, my opinions are starting to shift. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to talk. I talk to more people behind the scenes that are like, yeah, this is true and that's true, but a lot of that shit is propaganda, and I'm starting to believe it too. You know what I'm saying? One last story, and this is related to the Project South thing. Corrupt father and son officers are free on bail. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, there was two officers before I played a video. A father and son from the Barrie police force that were caught up in this whole Project South debacle. And, you know, there was the one guy who got hit with 17 charges, so like he can't get no bail, but these guys got bail. So I'm gonna play the video over here, courtesy of
Restoring
CTV
trust
News.
requires more than words.
This freaking guy.
It requires sustained effort.
Egghead.
The Crown has filed direct indictments in the Project South police
offense.
corruption case
like, bro,
involving at least 8 Toronto
all these
police
guys.
officers.
John Maidley. And you are. John
You got a
Maidley.
weird shaped head,
Including
though.
father and son, John Maidley Sr. and Jr. of Barrie.
Watch these
The
guys.
Maidleys are accused of working with organized crime groups alleged to have targeted a senior correctional officer. They are both out of custody. Lawyers for the accused appeared in a Toronto courtroom today to confirm they've been made aware the case is moving directly to the Superior Court, following approval from the Ministry of the Attorney General. Maidley Sr.'s longtime Toronto police colleague Timothy Barnhart appeared in court by video from jail in Lindsay. Barnhart was denied bail and is facing 17 charges, the most of any of the accused, including leaking confidential information to criminals. Madeley Sr., who is now 55, recently retired from Toronto Police after nearly 30 years of service. He is accused of breach of trust, several counts of unauthorized use of a computer, firearms charges, and possession of property obtained by crime over $5,000, following an investigation by York and South Simcoe police officers. He was first charged in January, accused of using threats and violence to collect debts from clients in what York police described as an illegal online gambling ring.
I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Madeley Jr. is 29 and became a Toronto police officer 4 years ago. He is accused of breach of trust and unauthorized use of a computer. 33-year-old Ryan Kribbe of Barrie is accused of conspiracy to commit extortion and 2 counts of careless storage of a firearm. Social media posts show Kribbe wearing a Brinks armed guard uniform and in older photos wearing a Pat's leather vest beside a motorcycle. 24-year-old Kajan Doman of Innisfil remains behind bars charged with attempted murder. Police say Doman is part of a gang who tried to kill the corrections officer. He is accused of being linked to 8 shootings from mid-August to early September of last year in Vaughan, Brampton, and London. The accused are scheduled to make their next appearance in the Superior Court in Toronto in September. The allegations against them have not been tested in court.
So here we are, Project South. Some of these guys are getting out on road now. I don't know if we could trust any of the police force anymore, bro. I'm over them, bro.
I just think when it comes down to situations like this, they opt to protect their own first. I think there's just this unspoken code that they will do their best to maintain the integrity of their force. So they're not going to prosecute with unbiased lenses. They're going to do their best to make sure that their police officers are good and safe and still on payroll.
Yeah, but bro, there's one thing to be like, all right, I'm not going to be so hard on you. Bro, these guys are, and pause, these guys are like going crazy with the types of crimes that they're into. Did you see what the Barrie cop was into, like some online gambling thing, and he's hitting up guys to collect debts and shit like that? These are policemen, fam. Like, there's one thing to look the other way. Okay, you didn't freaking do all of the paperwork for this arrest. You guys are committing way more heinous crimes than the criminals at this point.
But it's like in Training Day with Denzel or Denzel. Like, bro, I think the most successful police officers are the ones that dip and dabble in other ventures outside their actual salaried work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you could be a righteous police officer and make your little salary, or you can dip into the underworld and make like 5 times, 10 times more than that. And you have the protection of the law on your side.
Yeah.
It just seems like a lot of these police officers are usually street smart too. They're not just squares. Like some of them come from former criminal backgrounds, criminal families. So I'm not surprised at this at all. I don't think this father-son duo is the first to invent this flex. And I don't think they're the last to commit a flex like this.
Bro, it's crazy that it's a father and son duo is that what we're talking about in the first place, bro. Like your dad, you know, you're inspired to become a policeman like your dad, but your dad's a crooked cop. So you're inspired to be as crooked as your dad because you do just the same shit. Or is it like you get into the force thinking, oh, my dad's doing a noble job, and then you find out when you get there, oh, there's some crooked shit happening. Is my dad doing that too? And then you find out that he is?
I wonder how naive the son is. Maybe he kind of seen the play and he's like, oh, if I become a cop, I can, you know, rack in 50 racks a month off what my dad's doing. We could work together.
I think that's what it is, bro. Look, he was doing some shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he wasn't just like innocent hands clean. He had his own shit going on too. So it was not like he was planning to play by the books and his dad was doing some dirty shit. He had his separate set of crimes that he was doing.
Mm.
So it's like you joined the police force and then you started doing crime, bro? Like your dad?
I mean, I'm sure his dad was protected for the better half of his life. So maybe he just felt like it was untouchable.
I think it's more like what you said when he came into the force, or he's seen his dad doing a bunch of dirty shit and he's like, yeah, I can get that shit off too. He didn't see his dad like playing clean or keeping it from him at home. And then when he got into the police force, he realized it was dirty. He knew on his way in, he probably got, you know, his test put to the top. We covered a story about how they help these help them with their test or put certain people's shit forward so that they can get the job. Bro, there's different levels of corruption. So to even get your son in, it was probably a corrupt play.
Yeah, and I just imagine, and obviously I have no experience as a police officer, but I'd imagine that the squeaky clean police officers aren't really highly regarded. I feel like to be like a cool police officer, you got to have a good ratio of like justice and righteousness and then the ability to be corrupt.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're kind of like judged or rated on how corrupt you could be within the lines of the law.
Fam, these days, like, with the exception of Officer Dunkley that we met in person, like I bumped into a cop one day and he was like, yo, love the show. Right? And I was like, respect. But in my mind, am I talking to one of the cool ones who play by the books or somebody who might be into some dirty shit, bro? You never know, fam. He might be like, love the show, love your coverage of all that dirty shit that we be doing. Because, fam, you can't tell these days. I'm thinking it's like a 50-50 split at this point.
That's a pretty ambitious number, but it's better to err on like the safe side. It almost feels like that though, like that most of them or at least half of them are corrupt.
Bro, and we'll end this here, right? When you take this, combine it with the different stories that I've been talking about with Ryan Wedding and how he's involved in this whole Project South thing too. Like he had there was a corrections officer who was dealing with one of his guys on the inside, right? So this web goes bigger than just the TPS, Toronto Police Services. Like it goes international with guys like Ryan Wedding who got mans on payroll, bro. I'm feeling like that 50% is not as ambitious as people think these days, bro. There might be a lot of people on payroll that we just have to accept, bro.
It seems like it.
Yeah. Listen, fam, for anybody out there, if you're driving or whatever and you get pulled over, just pray. You don't know who's going to be coming up to your window and asking you questions at this point, bro. I'm not trying to put some kind of like propaganda to like hate police or whatever, but like I don't know if I can trust everybody to be playing above the board when I see these many videos on these guys, bro. And they're controlling the propaganda. So if we're seeing this amount of videos, then it's got to be true at this point.
There's definitely some truth to it.
Yeah. But yeah, no salutes to anybody because I just can't salute the boy them. Let me see if I could find some 2016 shit.
We love hip hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.